Don't take my kindness for weakness. Oh no, don't take my silence for ignorance. Oh no. So if you're into stepping over lines, stomping on my way in life, there's two things you need to know. We don't retreat, we reload.
Always into giving a helping hand, but never take a handout. Shaking hands to sign a deal, that's what we're still about. Keep sweat on our brow and dirt on our plow, and hope for making a future for the ones that we care about. It's a tradition, passed down like hand-me-down jeans with stitches. That humble background is rolling through our system, flowing like a river. Bred to be a hero and never play the victim. Never start nothing, but we will finish it. So don't be so quick to run your lips, cause you can get slapped by the same hand that I would've helped you with. Somebody tell them.
Don't take my kindness for weakness. Oh no. Don't take my silence for ignorance. Oh no. So if you're into stepping over lines, stomping on my way in life, there's two things you need to know. We don't retreat, we reload.
A lot of times we don't speak, we just listen. Silence is a virtue. Try and find out what you've been missing. Although we keep our distance, I peek over the fence and think the world needs a little John Wayne in it. Respect is earned, we say ma'am and sir. Salute those who serve, cause it's well deserved. The first to call you out if you're lying, but the last to kick you out if you're trying. We're the worst folks to those who kick us when we're down, but the best to those who've always been around. Friends for life. Trespassers get shot once, survivors shot
Don't
twice.
take my kindness for weakness. Oh no. Don't take my silence for ignorance. Oh no. So if you're into stepping over lines, stomping on my way in life, there's two things you need to know. We don't retreat, we reload. No, we don't retreat, we reload.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Allie. Hello, Kim, Michelle, Duchess, Earth. I don't want to miss nobody. Got a little bit to go over. Hello, Flies. Nonsense. Steph. Not that Steph. Daddy's baby girl. Okay, y'all. T. Marie, malicious intent. Penny for your thoughts. Kathy Ford. Okay. This is not really what I wanted to be doing. I've been wanting to address this for a couple of days. Some things has happened that's kind of made it to where I couldn't. I've had some personal health issues myself. I actually scheduled this live for the other day, and then I found out, well, a bunch of health issues that y'all don't even need to know about. But the fact is, August isn't really a month that I like to sit down and be around a whole lot of people. It's one of them times of the year that I would rather just go back into my own little hole and stay there. Don't really want to be around friends. Don't really want to be around family. I do as little as I can to interact with people during August. Because this is the month that I should have been celebrating my son's birthday. And the day after, I would have been celebrating my sister's birthday. But more than anything, This is the month that I lost my voice. And not a year has went by what I don't remember, what I don't have. So, a couple months back, I did a review because, well, to be honest with you, I didn't recognize the person that I was watching. But I did a review. And now this person says that it was just brought to their attention because that review got clipped. They said it was just brought to their attention. Well, I don't believe that. I believe that it was purposely held for August. Why? Because that's how these people work. So there's nothing that tells me she just saw that clip. Hello, Salty Fry. But Salty Fry did a clip of the interview that I did. Now, I'm going to show my screen. But first, I want to play something before I get accused again of coming after someone. You see, Lolly, sometimes people pay attention to what you say. And you said this a long time ago. And the only thing I did in that review was exactly what you ask everybody in the chat to do.
If I ever become anything that is so not representing a good person that has the wrong mindset, please, I need y'all to poke me in my eyeballs or something and say, hey, straighten up. Woman, get your ass in gear and start getting on the right road. So I hope that's something you guys will do for me. And I hope everybody will just keep hanging in.
You heard it here first. She said that if she ever became, and we're going to see it in full context in a minute, one of these people to say, woman, straighten your, I quote, ass up. But she hasn't changed, right? And there's a lot that you said, Lolly, I'm going to address. And I'm going to start with this. Let me know. Put a 1 in chat when you can see my screen, because when I'm sharing the entire screen, I can't see StreamYards. Okay. She says, at nonsense on the web. Just so you know, the only reason I addressed your friend Crystal is because a month ago, she used my loss to attack me. I did not do that. I did not. Attack me all you want. I don't give a F, but my son should never be part of your stupid shit. I completely agree with you. He shouldn't have been. Crystal is a low-life bitch in this game. Do you see this word right here? Game. It's not a game, Lolly. Oh, and one more thing. My channel is none of your business. If you want to sit and bitch about what else is said, people say, then maybe you should do your own research and talk about the case instead of talking about people who do the research. Well, I would challenge to find out where you're getting your research from. Where are the receipts for everything that you have put out? But it don't stop there, because Duchess replied to her. Duchess put, I'm speechless. Crystal is a God-fearing woman who spoke her mind because she doesn't recognize the person you are right now. Frankly, I don't either. After listening to this and your subsequent streams, you should not have to question why we parted ways. Boundaries. I cannot and will not support you. You choose to discuss your loss in a stream while proceeding to attack Sebastian's mom without evidence. It is cruel and uncalled for. And then to bring Crystal's loss into it. I will pray for you, Lolly. Then she replies. She puts, Duchess for the missing. Let me make it, and we're overusing this word way too much, y'all. Crystal clear, Dutch. I do not want your support. Oh, and Crystal brought her loss into this when she allowed, and then she says another person's name, Salty Fry, to do a video for her to attack me using the loss of my son. That crossed the line. And I used to believe she was God-fearing, but when she got closer to you, the less... Let me see here. Sorry, my screen jumped a little bit on me. And if I'm being honest, I'm reading now one eye. The less she sang and praised God online, at least. And well, let's just say I learned a lot about the real life Duchess on a phone call when they're pissed at you. No, ma'am. No, you didn't. The lies need to quit. You had a beef with Annabella, and I was collateral damage. First of all, with that beef, Lolly, that you're talking about with Annabella, when your friend was talking about you, not bad though. I said there's no reason to bring Lolly into this. We all did. But it is crystal clear. You've had your nose in this from the beginning. And then you make a live and you want to attack me. Threaten me. I don't play those games. You see, at the bottom of my chat, and since I'm sharing my screen, you see down here in this little bottom corner where you see this arrow at, yours has a $sign. And since it's been there, you have changed. You want to know why I reviewed you? It's because you weren't the person that I knew before. I did not, under any circumstance, understand how you could say the things that was coming out of your mouth. That wasn't the Lolly I knew. That wasn't the Lolly that held a wrench in my chat. But no, then you, let's just hear what you said. Because we're going to hear the person that I knew also. You see, I don't go after people. You can look at my channel and...
Not with your son.
Just a second. You can look at my channel and see nothing's changed. I'm still doing what I did. You want to ask me why I'm not reading Bible and singing and stuff? It's because I don't believe in being a hypocrite. I believe in taking care of your own house before you go to your neighbor's sweeping it.
80. And you allowed that to happen, Katie. It's sickening. As a mother who lost a child.
Look at your eyes, Lolly. And I'm not saying this to just rip you apart. I'm wanting you to really look at how you are talking to your camera as if they're sitting there looking at you or listening to you. This looks like anger.
That I don't get my child back.
And you just brought your kid into it.
It is complete sickening to see a mother having the time of their life with her stepdaughter. And yet.
And I still don't know why seeing a mother have the time of their life with their stepdaughter is sickening. You see, there's no blueprint for grief. None. We sit online and we watch these cases with zero insight on what the law has actually told these families to do. And then we try to judge them based off that. You see, Lolly, if you had actually been watching any of my videos, you would find out that I'm not on either side.
You're not supposed to know where your son is. But do you, Katie? Do you really know? Because, Katie, you were the last person in that home when Sebastian disappeared. So, yeah, Katie, you're the
Put a 1 in chat if you think that is blaming the parents.
one with the answer. You have that little key in your hand that can start this case right up and get the answers we all want. And we're here fighting for your child, Katie, while you're having the time of your life with your stepdaughter, just the way Chris wanted it.
You know, Lolly, another mother came into a chat the other day that Nonsense was doing. And she said, sometimes we just got to get out of the house. Sometimes that feels good. And that resonated with me. You need to wonder when you're accusing all these people, like, of going buying motorcycles that nobody's ever saw pull into the driveway. But it's still being pushed as a narrative that they did that. How many parents are in your chat listening to that? Now, I will say this. Okay, just a second. I will say this. Just a second. Didn't want to lose that. She did say that if it comes out that they are innocent, and this is the last thing I'm going to say on the case, you all, because this ain't here nor there. But if it comes out that they're innocent, she'll apologize. She'll say she's sorry. And hats off to her if she does. But I have said the whole time that what happens, just a minute, what happens when it comes to a family that is not mentally strong enough to take these accusations online, are you going to do that if one of them, say, unalives themselves? Or if a crazy sub, because we don't know who's watching these live streams, does something to family members? Is "I'm sorry" going to be enough then? Because I don't think it is. I really don't. And just a second. And you one time said
We
this.
can't attack the parents because that's not going to do no good. You cannot make up and create.
What was that?
We can't attack the parents because that's not going to do no good. You cannot make up and create. We can't attack
One
the
more
parents
time
because
for
that's
the.
not going to do no good. You cannot make up and create.
You see, when I said you changed and I didn't recognize the person that I knew and that I respected, you had. You had changed. I didn't recognize you. I wasn't dragging your son into anything, Lolly. I was wondering why you did. Because from my end of the screen, and this is how I perceived it, the people in chat can put a 1 if they perceived it the same way, or they can tell me I'm crazy if they didn't. But the way I perceived what you said, you used the loss of your son to try to shame Katie into admitting to something you have no idea if she done. None. Maybe I misunderstood that, but that's how I took it. But now you haven't changed, have you? First of all, this was what you was like when I followed you, Lolly. Let me find these transcripts so we can jump right through this. Okay, 6 minutes, 11 seconds. Now, what had happened in this live is Lolly had saw something in Summer Wells's case that she didn't agree with. There was a box made, and YouTubers brought it to YouTube instead of calling law enforcement or thinking logical about the box. Okay, that's one point. Oh, yeah. And this is a vocabulary lesson. This is a good one. What did it say? Okay. They sure are. Now, that is why I addressed you. It's because I didn't recognize who I was watching. You can say you haven't changed, Lolly, but you have. Even the look in your eye has changed. But let's go to timestamp 2051. Just a moment. If y'all hear a kid in the background, she's playing. Okay, can you hear my screen? Put a 1 in chat if you can hear my screen. Okay, I'll fix it. I apologize, y'all. Give me 1 moment. Okay. Tell me if you can hear it now.
House where there's a little shelf.
Can you hear it?
And it has items that belong to Summer.
Put a 1 in chat if you can hear it. Okay. 611.
The first word.
Okay, like I said, the name of this stream is Vocabulary Lesson. How does any of this help Summer?
I want everybody to just refresh on is a word called reverence. Deep respect for someone or something, to honor or respect. So what is respect? Regard for the feelings, wishes, rights of others. Then there's this word called integrity. To be honest, strong, and strong of morals. So then we come to the fourth word,
I like this
of others.
word.
Then there's this word called integrity. To be honest, strong, and strong of morals. So then we come to the fourth word. And that word's violent, or violate, I'm sorry. Violate. Fail to respect one's peace, privacy, or rights. To treat with disrespect. Those words are all intermingled together. And like I said, when I heard this creator, then
So she heard a creator and she did a live. It's nothing no different than I did with you, Lolly. Nothing. Now let's go to 2051 timestamp.
guys, we just need to keep her name out there, but we don't need to lose all of our integrity in the process. And I don't see how you can disrespect a family like that and still say you're in this for Summer. Integrity in the process. And I don't see how you can disrespect a family like that and still say you're in this for Summer, because integrity in the process. And I don't see how you can disrespect a family like that.
Can somebody tell me what the difference is? Because maybe there is a failure to communicate. Oh, dear God. Maybe there's a failure to communicate or a failure for me to understand. But tell me, what is the difference? If there is a difference, so then let me know. Because in this dream, Lolly, you're saying not to lose integrity, not to go after parents that don't help anything. They even got a clip of you, Lolly, saying some people are saying they ain't searching. Of course, you're talking about the wells, but we don't know that. So explain to me what the difference is. I reviewed you because I didn't recognize who was on screen. You say you haven't changed? I beg to differ. Yes, we all change. But you also ask if anybody saw you doing those things, to poke you in the eye, say, woman, get your butt in gear. You're on the wrong road. Did any of your friends say that? You say you want to talk about wrenches, Lolly. When the fact is, you was wondering why Dutch took your wrench from Discord and on her channel. You collided those like we both did it at the same time. Now, I didn't take your wrench because I wasn't judging you by your friend at that time. But I will tell you now what I said then. If you want to know, you need to ask Dutch. It's her Discord. Just like it wouldn't have been it wouldn't have been my place to come to you and say, Lolly, why did Annabella take my wrench? The same day, matter of fact. Should I have blamed you? What breaks my heart with this is that I did respect you. I sure did. I would never bring your kid into something because I know that pain. I was a bit confused why you did. I didn't even want to do this live. I felt like I would be dishonoring my sons by going over this bullcrap. But you couldn't keep your name out my name out of your mouth. You just had to keep talking. Oh, and I'm the bitch? Ma'am. If you think that, you haven't got a friend or a mirror, because either would tell you different. But gloves are off, right? Okay, 2505.
Information in a missing child's case.
Okay, right here.
It is called YouTube. We are basically people putting out information in a missing child's case. That's who we are. And that's what we do. And when people start losing sight and they want to get ahead and they want to gain and be the first person to put this out there or that out there, and I don't want to be like that.
What was that? One more time.
They want to get ahead and they want to gain and be the first person to put this out there or that out there. And I don't want to be like that. I just don't want to be that way.
And then that brings me back to this. Because I could go through every one of your streams. And I would be able to tell 145 people that are watching me now why I used to follow you. Because that's how you used to be, Lolly.
We can't attack the parents because that's not going to do no good. You cannot make up and create.
If I ever become anything that is so, if I ever become anything that is so not representing a good person that has the wrong mindset, please, I need y'all to poke me in my eyeballs or something and say, hey, straighten up. Woman, get your ass in gear and start getting on the right road. So I hope that's something you guys will do for me. And I hope everybody.
And I did. That was exactly what I did. But don't act like we've been having mush. For one thing, ma'am, I don't ask people's opinions. I don't do that. You see, my daddy, a long time ago, gave me some good advice. I was going through a divorce. Well, we were separated. Had a kid on the way. Felt like my life was falling apart. And I would have been the first in my family to get a divorce. And I went to my dad to ask him what I should do. What should I do, Daddy? He looked me dead in the eyes and he said, little girl, you don't ever ask somebody what to do with your own life because you know your life better than anybody else. If you make a decision, you make it because that's what you want. Don't make it because of what somebody else said. Then you can say you did what you wanted to do, not what somebody influenced you to do. And those that are closest to me in this chat would be Duchess, Michelle, Allie, Flies on the Coleslaw. All these women can tell you I've never asked them what to do. Not once. My channel ain't about this. But you know what? Just as sure as you're a tragedy pimp, you'll go live tomorrow. Because drama sells, don't it? I'll share my screen again. Just for one sole purpose. Which everybody in chat can see it. If you look to the bottom right of the chat, you'll see an arrow. You won't see a dollar sign. Not that I have anything against anybody monetizing their channel. You do you. You put the time and effort in, go ahead and do it. What I do have a problem with is people wanting to start drama to get their numbers up. People to do this and that because it's going to bring more people to their channel. Give me one moment, y'all. I'm back. I apologize about that, y'all. I really do. Oh. Okay. I missed a lot of what's said. But don't put words in my mouth. And if you haven't changed, then why is it so different? Why would you stand in for victims and their families? And now you feel free just to put out there that they were motorcycle shopping. We don't know why they were in there. That's not a fact. I mean, for all the internet knows, they could have been giving flyers to those people. We don't know. So, yeah, that's why I reviewed you. That and the fact that you mentioned me first. That person that came up on Granny's Watching's panel, that was me. But you said I come up there to say something I didn't. I said I thought it affected the way Katie felt about herself. That is a narcissist way to tell somebody they can't wear pants. Is just one tactic of a narcissist to make you feel bad about your own self. Because if you're out with your friends, and you're having to wear blue jeans and they're all dressed up, chances are you probably feel like the worst one. You look worse than the rest of them. We're women. We do that. But the one thing that I would never do, Lolly, is use your kid. My heart goes out to any parent that has lost a kid. That's why I run my channel the way I run my channel. I have always said I will never say something on my platform that I can't live with tomorrow. You're not going to find me over here eyeballing a camera like I'm talking to the parents of a missing child and mean mugging them. I'm not doing that. That's not what I'm about. Like I said, this was not the month. Because normally I stay in my channel. Normally I stay in my own little world in August. But Lolly, you think you're going to get on your channel and you're going to threaten me? You have another thing coming. And let me highlight a little, my mama used to say that, you got another thing coming. Didn't know what the other thing was, but I didn't want to know. Well, let me highlight what that other thing coming is. We're not the only people that you've missed that this group has did this to. Shocker, right? We ain't. Don't really surprise me. But you might want to ask your buddy if she ever said anything about a missing kid's parent potentially being drunk. That's one thing. Collateral damage. Girl, the only one making you collateral damage is Annabella. Maybe you need to tell Annabella to fight her own fight. Quit staying back there silent in the background. Because I haven't been mentioning y'all's name. And I won't go backwards and forwards with you. You're messing with the wrong one. I got gas. I'll just say that. I got gas money, honey. You know, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous the lows that people will stoop to get views and cash apps, to get their numbers up. Lolly, I was a friend to you. For one thing, I'd never be telling you to do something like you're doing. If we spoke on the phone and we were still acquaintances, 'cause let's face it, honey, we was never close like that. I respected you. Seemed like you respected me. We wasn't having late night chats. But if I was having a late night chat with you, I would be telling you this. Girl, what are you doing? This isn't what you built your channel around. If the people you get in your chat don't stand for the same morals as you and they decide to leave, guess what? It's your win. You don't need them there. I can honestly sit here and say with 100% clear chest, I've never made a dime on one of these cases. Not one. Duchess is in my chat right now. She'll tell you. She dropped my cash app one time, and I told her not to do it. The things that I have done, I've done them. My channel isn't monetized. You won't see me scrolling no doggone cash app at the bottom. I haven't got no tip jar to the left, just going backwards and forwards. No, all I want to do is bring awareness to cases, mainly code cases. But if you want to stay on your side of the fence, I'll stay over here. But let me tell you something. Don't ever threaten me again. I don't take kindly to it. I've got too much going on right now to be aggravated with you. Hold on just a second, y'all. Now, people can do whatever they want on YouTube. I don't care. I don't want you to think that I am talking about people having the channel monetized makes them bad. No. But when you're spewing some of the things that we have saw on these YouTube streets that has no facts behind it, you can't say you're doing it for a missing kid. You can't say that. there is another part here that I'm looking at. I really want to play it because she says that if Summer is found, she wanted to be a channel that Summer could come to. I mean, that's her words, not mine. That's what she said. And I thought I wrote the timestamp down for that one. I didn't. Give me just a moment. Bear with me, y'all. I do apologize. I'm reading with one eye, okay? I am reading with one eye. So I think it's this one anyway. Give me just a minute. I want to make sure I didn't miss this. Give me just a second, y'all. Like I said, I apologize. I'm reading with one eye. Literally with one eye. I ain't kidding. Not one bit. And I'm sorry if I'm not replying to the chat enough. Those that know me well and know that there's no way that I can stay focused and look at a chat. I will come back to it though. Okay. Give me just a second. And by the way, Lolly, I had to get these brought to my attention because the person that brought it to my attention actually respects me. And as far as Salty Fry doing a clip, I can't tell Salty Fry what to do with her channel or his channel. I know one thing. You're trying to dig into Salty Fry way more than I ever have. Okay. Okay, here we go. Just so y'all know, I'm not just attacking somebody. Because I'm not.
We are planning to do it again, and I am so thankful for it. Hey, Sandy, thanks for being here. But a video all about me.
Okay.
Hey, Dispatch Crystal. But yeah, a video all about me. And you know, I don't care if people want to talk about how I present a story or talk about anything, you know, whatever. But this one hit hard. It hit me in my heart. And they knew it would.
No. That is not why I reviewed it, honey.
Because you see, it came from people that I used to be really close to. And I have written down, I've been thinking over it. I wrote it all down because I do not want to say anything here that's going to lead me into something that's going to turn into some anger.
Well, it can end right here. It can end right here, Lolly. All you got to do is keep my name out of your mouth. That's all you got to do. You see, you went live on here, and then on your next live, you decided you was going to mention me again. Then you decided you was going to make a community post. Like I said, I didn't want to address this right now. But I really and truly feel like you did this in August for a reason. You didn't just get sent a clip that's months old. You knew what you were doing.
So I'm going to read my thoughts here. Marilyn and Sam, thanks for being here. I appreciate you all so much for being here. From what I can tell, this video was put out months ago, or a month or so ago. I don't even remember. It was not anytime recent. But you see, I used to follow this person. She was absolutely precious to me. I held her in high regards. I love knowing that I had a friend I could call on to pray for me or pray with me. Over time, she got close to other YouTubers.
Okay. Now she's going to blame Duchess because evidently I've changed.
You know, that was great because as life and as time goes on, I got to see her laughing, joking, having a good time, enjoying it all. But I noticed
Oh, here we go.
she was no longer doing her lives. The lives that she would do where she would read scripture from the Bible.
I did do those lives. Absolutely, I did. And you know what? I was living that life to a T, too. But you know, I wouldn't call myself backslid. But just like everybody else, sometimes we get a little cold. And guess what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to come on and be reading the Bible to people if I just need to read the Bible. Point blank.
The lives she would do where she would play the piano and sing to us.
You must have you must have missed those because I have done a couple of those. But no, what you're not telling here, Lolly, is that I was going through a name change. God knows I had a lot of them. But I can hear Duchess in my head saying, Cold Case Crystal, God's Amazing Grace with Crystal, Crystal Connections, Crystal Connections. It's a whole thing. Because I was playing a lot of piano on my channel. So I was searching for the direction I wanted my channel to go. And when I decided on Cold Case, just what I started out with, what I'm passionate about, then I started singing elsewhere. Not putting a whole lot of that on there.
She would sing about Jesus. She would sing, and it would touch my heart. I loved it so much. Hey, Kathy, thanks for being here. You know, each and every one of us change. We've all changed since we started in this platform of truth.
But yet she's trying to say she didn't change and that I'm fake and I've changed. I am the same Crystal that has been here from day one. Now, if I make a mistake, I'll say I made a mistake. If you look at my streams, there's times I've went back and I have called my own self out. But I'm still me. Nobody's changed me. Decisions I make, I make.
Crime. We all change from being in one group of creators to another group of creators to another group. You know,
I haven't changed groups of creators that often. Lolly, what's going on with you? Why are you changing so much? I mean, it's very telling when you manage to have a bunch of people turn on you.
You just kind of muddle your way around until you really find your group of people. And it's not just her, it's all of us that do that. Some people choose their groups by someone influencing them. Some, they just change because they become a little more confident in themselves. Things happened with this group of YouTubers behind the scenes, but I didn't have no part of that.
You're talking about it, ain't you? Like, right now? Rest my case.
I just had a phone call. A phone call from this person that was so precious
Play it.
to
Play
me.
it.
And in this phone call, she was angry with a person. She was angry with what I would call the ringleader of this group.
That would be Duchess.
Things that she said during
Which is why they are afraid to say your name. Every one of them, money won't say your name.
this phone call surprised me.
Like I said, play it.
It was all about this one person. I listened. I encouraged her to do what God was telling her to do.
Again, let me tell y'all. Okay. Can my closest buddies in the chat put a 1 if I ever talk like this on the phone? Because y'all have talked to me on the phone. We're regulars. Put a 2 in the chat if this is not my communication.
Encouraged her to do what was right for her. When it came to this other creator, she thanked me. She told me she loved me. And we hung up.
Lolly wanted to know why she lost a wrench on Discord. I told her You'll have to ask Duchess.
I would have always been here for this person.
You know what, Lolly? You want me to tell you what kind of human being I am? Still would.
Always, forever.
And let me explain that statement. I am not the person that goes after people and intentionally tries to hurt them. But this Lolly, this one right here, not the Lolly I knew, this one, she's been doing that to parents missing kids. And the only time I called her out was after she had mentioned my name in a previous stream. Well, she didn't really mention my name then. She said a panel guest. But that's who it was. It was me. And then said I said something I didn't say.
Forever and ever and ever, I would have been there for her. But less than an hour later, the three of these people were on a live.
Now there's 3. I don't know. I don't know what she's talking about.
Together, laughing, cutting up, joking, having the best time ever. You would have never known that less than an hour ago, there was some hate going on.
Okay. First of all, I don't hate nobody. Second of all, if I did hate somebody, you probably ain't gonna know about it. Don't say I did stuff that I did not do. I'm trying to keep my integrity here, Lolly. Trying real hard.
All of a sudden, my wrenches were taken away.
All of a sudden. Okay. Your wrench was took away on my channel. I want to say a little over a month after every bit of this. And if I have to say what was going on, I will. But when it boiled down to it, your friend and another person was going backwards and forwards talking about a certain documentary. Ooh, does that touch anybody on the spine? We don't even cover his case. But here they come to us. Won't tell us about it. Saying this, saying that. This and said this and said that. I blatantly said, I'm tired of the backwards and forwards crap. Let's all get on a phone call together and we'll see who's lying. You see, Lolly, you wasn't there, so you don't know what went down. But believe it or not, and Duchess is in this chat right now, she will tell you, I had Annabella's back until Annabella didn't showed herself on a phone call. Did I not? There was one wouldn't even get on that phone call.
I started getting kicked out of Discord. All because I encouraged a friend, listened to a friend, and encouraged her to do what was right for her.
No, ma'am. Let me tell you when I kicked you out of my Discord. You want me to explain that to you? Okay, you and Annabella did a live. Now, keep in mind, Annabella Let's don't act like she's a little sweet person over there doing self-help, but she needs all the self-help she can get. Okay, so you and Annabella did a whole live. Y'all going to start a second channel. It's going to be called What the Fuss. That's where you're going to talk about the drama. Remember saying that? That's where we'll talk about the drama and that's going on these YouTube streets. If anybody heard that live, put a 1 in chat. But so if you're going to be a co-host and share a channel with somebody that is shadier than a doggone palm tree, yeah, you're losing your channel on mine. Your wrench on my channel. That's how that's going to happen. Because I make it a pretty doggone good point that I don't want backstabbers holding wrenches. That was the day you lost your wrench, Lolly. Not a day before. Now, I can't speak for Duchess, as I've not tried to speak for Duchess. I can say that me, Michelle, and Duchess was asked to make a Discord after, well, was it Crooked Arrow? Yeah, that's who it was. That Annabella was embarrassed of that came up on her panel. Girls, correct me if I'm lying in chat. And during that, wanted us to mod. Would you like to know why, Lolly? Or is this the side of the story you haven't heard? Because I can tell you. I can tell you real quick. It was because she didn't trust her closest friends, whom I'm not going to mention names. But I'm sure they know the story. Because they made alt accounts and came into her chat talking about what beautiful lips she had, trolling her. Girls, you can correct me anytime that I lie. Put a 1 in chat if you were on that call and you know what I'm talking about. There's that one. And this is minor. A very minor, Lolly. And then you just want to turn around and act like who is supposed to be your friend. I ain't going there. I ain't doing that. See, there's another one. Now, you see, the thing about it is you've been told by a whole third party that's not speaking for herself. Not at all. And maybe somebody that thinks they know it all. But trust and believe. Lolly, you don't know everything you're talking about, honey. You haven't got the clue. Not the tiniest clue out there. I didn't take your wrench. Nope. Not until you decided to make a whole What the Fuss channel to talk about the drama. And let me tell you, let me be very clear. Very clear. If Allie Michelle or Duchess decided they was going to make a whole drama channel to stir crap up, they wouldn't hold a wrench on my channel either.
A person that I loved and respected. I encouraged her to do what was right for her. That was it. That was ever said. Do what's right for you. Do what God's telling you to do. I no longer watch this group of people.
Could have fooled me. Because do you know how I know you didn't lose your wrench, Lolly? Because you showed up in my chat. And you as blue as a Smurf.
I started seeing true colors come out. It didn't matter the wrenches, didn't matter the discord for me. Those are just things.
Yeah, Michelle. You hit it spot on. Michelle hit it spot on in chat. Now, let me tell you something, Lolly. You want to talk about fusses and all this? I ain't talked to you about one. Me and Duchess are friends. We're like sisters. Me, Dutchie, Michelle, Allie. If we happen to disagree about something, we'll normally speak our piece and fix it. Because that's what you do. And if I seem like I'm spewing hate, don't think I am here. That's just my tone. But don't come on here and think that you're going to threaten me. Don't come on here and lie and say I came after your kid. I did not do that. You did. You were the one brought your son up, Lolly. You did that. Not me. No, I addressed it. But had you not have even said that, I'd have never said nothing. But I had no clue who you'd become. None at all. And that's all the time you get on my channel. I mean, that's it in a nutshell. But you have changed. And I don't know why. Don't know why you thought you needed to. The other person was pretty good. I like listening to her.
We can't attack the parents because that's not going to do no good. You cannot make up and create.
If I ever become anything that is so not representing a good person that has the wrong mindset, please, I need y'all to poke me in my eyeballs or something and say, hey, straighten up, woman, get your ass in gear and start getting on the right road. So I hope that's something you guys will do for me. And I hope everybody will just keep hanging in
Yeah. Now, am I wrong? Has she changed? Yeah, she does look a lot different. Let me see here. I mean, listen, Lolly, I haven't got anything against you other than this. That live, you all, was made over a month ago. But she held it till August. She held it to the hardest month that I have. And as sure as she's trying to get clicks and views and tragedy pimp, she'll do another live. There's enough crap you can talk about online. Why can't you just cover the cases the way you used to? Putting out facts. When did you start going down the rabbit hole of having to put this piece and that lot together? We are not detectives, ma'am. We are YouTubers. We ain't going to solve this case. There ain't a YouTuber on here that's going to solve this case. But you want to cover it over and over and over and over again. And then when that isn't bringing you in the views, you want to come after me. Like I said, I won't engage on YouTube no more. I won't. But have some, what was the words? Integrity. Because you said if you ever turned out being like that, let you know. Well, let me ask you something. I reviewed you one time only. You did 20 minutes while you had Sebastian Rogers' name at the title. Wanting to go over all that. Wanting to talk about what a mean woman I am. On what was supposed to be a case study, according to your title. So it bothered you so bad that you had to talk for 20 minutes. But when everybody on the internet is going after these parents of a missing child, it's not supposed to bother them, is it? As YouTubers, are we the only ones have that right? Because that don't make sense. I mean, that makes no sense to me. And sometimes, I'm sorry, it's too late. Everybody has not got the mental strength to deal with this garbage. And when it happens, because eventually, if people keep supporting that crap, we see how it changed. The only thing that happened is they expedited it. They perfected it. Now, I'm not saying Lolly, because now she wasn't doing summer wells when I watched her like that. She believed in innocent until proven guilty back then. She believed that you didn't go after parents if you didn't have no facts back then. But Summer's case was bad. And they did everything that was done in Summer's case, in Sebastian's case, they just did it twice the speed. What happens to when the next kid comes along? The next one that can get them numbers up. Those cash apps rolling in. Memberships got. Don't tell me you're not monetized if you have a doggone dollar sign at the bottom of your chat. It's not all about ads. Let's be real. What happens the next time? What happens if those parents may not be mentally stable enough to handle that harassment? Are you going to book a plane ticket and go visit a grave and say, I'm sorry? Do you think it'll help? Will it help their friends? Will it help their loved ones they leave behind? Because I'm going to tell you something. When I lost my boys, my other kids is what kept me sane. I had them. I don't know how I would have reacted had I not. There is no blueprint for how people grieve. There's no blueprint for how people should act. And we are only watching it on YouTube. We can log off. We can eat lunch with our family. And thank God that the family is under the roof. These people cannot. It doesn't end when stream is over. Your words, they mean things. Be careful what you say. You wanted me to read the Bible, Lolly? It says, judge not, lest thou be judged with that same judgment. How can you claim that you love God, whom you have not seen, and you can't love your neighbor, whom you have? There's 2 verses for you. We can all do better. All of us can. But people can believe what they want to. When she did that live and then mentions me in another live and then goes as far as to call me a bitch on a doggone post. You asked for this live, Lolly. You asked for it. Like I said, I stay in my own little space in August, but you knew that. That's why you did it in August. I love y'all. Have I missed anything? Give me just a second, because this is mild compared to what it can be. Very mild. I don't do this drama crap. You've probably heard me cuss more in this stream than you ever have. You know why? Because I don't cuss on my channel. But I'm not going to beep out a word that Lolly said. Is anybody unclear about anything? If you are, put it in chat. I'll address it. I'm giving it just a little time. And you all, I do appreciate you being here. I've been needing to address this for a couple days. Oh, yeah. Okay, just a second. I do want y'all to just a second. I'm sorry about that, y'all. Kid come to ask me a question. Thank you, Heather Dawn. Thank you. But let's be very clear. You want to threaten me. You want to threaten Michelle. You want to threaten Duchess. Why? Why? I was the one called you out because you brought your kid into a missing kids case. And again, to me, it felt like you were using. I am not. I want y'all to know this. I am not lessening Lolly's loss. It's horrible. It's a club nobody wants to be a part of. None. No parent should ever have to bury their kid. Your kids are supposed to bury you. So don't think that I'm doing that, because I would never do something like that. But I didn't think she would either. So I was surprised, because like I said, it felt like to me she was using her loss to shame the mother of a missing child. And she don't even know she did anything. She's going by what people say online. Is Katie innocent? Is she guilty? I don't know. But it's not my place to make that call. That's for law enforcement to do. And I'm sure not going to shame a mother of a missing child. Not doing it. Not by using my loss to do it. It won't happen. And that, to me, is what it felt like. We all go through things. Some of us go through more than others. If I'm being quite honest, it feels like I've had my mountain of things to go through lately. Literally just got out of the hospital yesterday. But you know what? That don't mean that I have to disregard the feelings of other people. It doesn't give me a pass to be hateful and mean. If people care about these missing kids, put their information out there. Because how about this? When you go trying to find anything out about Sebastian's case, you find all the nonsense. That's what you do. You find this insane, psychic readings, trees that's supposed to be Sebastian on sonar. I mean, I don't understand why people just can't stick to facts. Do we think that we're smarter than LE, TBI, FBI, Secret Service? You can't say they're not doing nothing in this kid's case. They showed up and showed out for Sebastian. So what is the deal? There is something else I do want to show, because I think this is important. Okay? I want to show you my live stream here. I'm going to share my screen if that's all right. Give me one moment here. And please hang with me, because if I don't say nothing else, this right here, I think is important. And bear with me, because like I said, I got one eye. So I'm trying here. Just a second. Okay. Bear with me, y'all. I'm trying here. Okay. Let's go to, go to my channel. I don't want the weather. Okay. Look here. Put a 1 when you can see my chat. See here, videos. Right here. Kelly Holland Jr. 43 views. Help find Jaden Carpenter. Or help bring Jaden Carpenter home. 49 views. Justice for Elena. 101 views. Elena's Army. 134 views. And this is a running trend. And I told this person, we talked about how heartbreaking it is. Crystal Dawn, 31 views. This is Arctic Fox's channel. He puts out more videos than anybody that I know of on YouTube about missing people. Just straight facts. Here's another one. 34 views. 39-year-old Kristen Terrain is missing from 50 views. Well, surely that can only be you and Arctic. Couldn't be nobody else either, could it? Dutch, I hope you don't mind me doing this. I don't think you will. Unless it's about Sebastian. Just the other day, Duchess done a missing case right here. Far corner. Suzanne and Jason Alvarez, 195 views. Michaela Johnson, 310, which is small compared to what Dutch's numbers is. Why is that? How can we say we are here for these kids if we don't watch the streams that are only putting out the facts? Can anybody explain it? Anybody? I'll tell you why. We see so much drama on YouTube because we entertain it. We go there. We watch it. But just as soon as people are putting out facts and facts only, nope, we ain't watching that. That's what the problem is. This stream tonight, just to say, hey, you know what? I am sick and tired of my name being in your mouth. This ain't the month, ma'am. I appreciate everybody being here, but it'll get more views than one over a missing kid. But we are a people that say we care about the missing. It don't make sense to me. And because like I said, because people will watch stuff like this. She'll fire up another one. And she'll do it for clicks and views. Pray for a cash app while she's there. Or a super sticker. And that isn't the person I knew. Don't mind anybody being monetized, y'all, but don't let it change you. Don't let it make you somebody that you don't want to be. That out of your own mouth, you said you didn't want to be. Because that's when it becomes a problem.
If I ever become anything that is so not representing a good person that has the wrong mindset, please, I need y'all to poke me in my eyeballs or something and say, hey, straighten up. Woman, get your ass in gear and start getting on the right road. So I hope that's something you guys will do for me. And I hope everybody will just keep hanging in.
That actually breaks my heart. Because, Lolly, that's not what you wanted for your channel. It's not the vision you had when you were talking to me, when you were talking to Duchess, when you were telling your subs a year ago that if you ever become that person to poke you in the eye and say, woman, I mean, no, that's not who you were. People could have their opinions. You were fine with that. You never dogged nobody for having their opinion. Not a year ago. But you have changed, Lolly. And if you're comfortable with who you are, then it's not my place to talk about you. You just stay over there in your lane. I'll stay over here in mine. But don't say that you haven't changed. Not when in your own words you have. You did a whole stream on vocabulary lesson about integrity. You said that you wanted Summer, if she's found, to be able to come to your channel and be proud of what she saw on there. To see that you just put out information about the missing and about her. And then you go even further and say the boys could, run across your channel. What's different? You're going to say Katie was in the home with Sebastian. She was the last one with Sebastian. Well, Candace was too. And the fact of the matter is, I don't think either one of these mothers need to be attacked. There is no difference. What you said a year ago should still remain today.
We can't attack the parents because that's not going to do no good. You cannot make up and create.
I rest my peace. I rest my case, you all. I love y'all. Just remember, it takes zero effort to be a good human being